I know what you're going through. I know, 'cause I've been there too. I don't walk right and I don't talk right, and there ain't nothing wrong with feeling strong, but I wanna be there for you, honey, working my job and making money.
Welcome to Vet Ranch. We are calling this girl Leia. She is a probably young to middle-aged pit bull, and she was found under a house. A leash that she had hooked on some pipes under the house, and it cut way into her neck. See, this skin is all just cut down here into the meat. Looks pretty terrible. All the underside of her neck is cut up. The top of her neck is it's pretty sore and scabbed up as well, but it's not down to the meat like that. We're going to anesthetize her so we can get kind of a better look and figure out what the damage is and kind of decide if we want to operate and close that, or if we're just going to let it kind of granulate in. We'll just have to make that call in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and get her under anesthesia right now so we can have a look. Here is her wound, pretty nasty. What you're seeing in there is not muscle, it's all just granulation tissue. The wound is already trying to heal. I think what I'm going to do is go in there and basically just scrape out the upper layer of that and close it, definitely along these edges. I'll probably leave the bottom open to drain. All of this right here is just edema, a lot of swelling fluid in there. That will probably go away once this kind of heals up, but just gonna suture up what I can down both sides, leave a big hole here to drain because it's definitely infected and definitely gonna need to drain a lot of fluid out. Alright, I'm gonna use a scalpel blade to just basically rough up this tissue. You can see it's kind of starting to bleed now. That's what you want. You want it to start bleeding. That'll get it open and a lot more ready to heal with the other side. So I'm just going to rough all this up and then pinch it together, put a couple layers of suture in there, and it should heal up pretty nicely. So I'm just kind of scraping down to get to healthy tissue. This tissue is all started to kind of heal at the edges, and it won't be very easily hooked together, but if it's raw tissue, it'll hook together a lot better. It's been about 10 minutes since she woke up from after surgery. She's still pretty shaky and pretty drowsy looking, kind of coming to. Good girl. Let me show you what we have here. Hey, baby. You can see I have staples and sutures there. It's still open down here. And then over here on the other side, so I can get a good view of that. Same thing, just stapled and sutured up. Good girl. And the reason we're leaving it open is so that it can drain. This is an infected wound and it needs to drain. If you close it up, it'd have this huge pocket of fluid down there. So we'll kind of just watch her over the weekend. It's Friday night right now, it's 6 p.m. So I'm about to put her up for the night and head home, but we'll check back Monday morning and give you an update on how she's doing. Here she is a few days after surgery, and she's doing well. There's a good chance that these might bust open, these stitches, kind of dehiss. I think it's going to stay up top, but down low where so kind of rotten down there. It will probably come apart. We'll just have to wait and see, and when it does come apart, it'll be fine. It'll just have to kind of regranulate, and the epithelium will kind of have to regrow back in there. It'll just take a little time. We've been flushing it. There's a little opening down here. We've been flushing that daily. She's on antibiotics, and she seems to be doing pretty good, feeling good and acting happy. So we're just going to keep watching her, and we'll check back in a few days. It's been about a week or two since the last video, and her incisions did come open down at the bottom. You can see they seal up right here. And on the side, this side sealed up really well. Right here, we still are all open. Down here, bring that camera in here. Hold on. We're still open down here, and it's closing up really nicely though. We have her on antibiotics. We're flushing that wound every day and putting some topical antibiotics to keep it clean. And she's healing up really nicely. She's doing great and feeling good. We're calling her Penny now. That was a name that apparently she was given. We didn't know it, but we're calling her Penny instead of Leah or Leia. And anyway, we're going to send her home. A foster's going to take her now and continue the care at home. And as soon as she is all healed up, we'll get another clip of her, but she's going home today because she's doing so good and doesn't need to be at our vet clinic anymore. Here's Penny, and I don't know if I told you before, but she was renamed Penny by someone else, and she seems to like that name better than Leia, what we were calling her, so we're going with it, and she really wants some more treats. Come here, come here, come here, come here. But it's been about 6 weeks since we first saw her. Good girl, good girl. Let me show you her neck. Come in close over here. She's about 99% healed up. Just this small little red spot right here. Everything else is all totally filled in. The sides, really her scars are kind of invisible. They're totally gone. On the top here, she had a really nice one here and it's gone. This one you can still see, but it's likely that all this stuff's going to keep contracting down. This extra skin here may contract down as well, but anyway, she's doing so much better now. She's definitely ready to go to a foster home. All we did was just wound care on this and antibiotics to make sure it didn't get infected. So kind of crazy that they would euthanize something that's, you know, fairly easy to treat. It just takes time. But it makes sense, you know, they're full, they can't do all this kind of stuff. So thank you for allowing us to do this kind of stuff and supporting our channel with your donations. It makes a difference for dogs like this. So thanks for watching Vet Ranch. We'll see you next time.
Last week I was climbing a tree. I lost my footing after 30 feet. Now I don't walk right and I don't talk right, and there ain't nothing wrong with feeling strong. But I know what you're going through. I know 'cause I've been there too, and I